Do you really understand marriage? I don't mean the fairy tales, not the perfect smiles in romantic movies, not the curated lives on Instagram. I mean the real truth. The truth that no one talks about. Marriage is not just love. It is a journey, a battlefield, a test of patience, courage, and resilience. It is a path that challenges you, reshapes you, sometimes breaks you, before it can build you. And there are 6 stages, 6 hidden truths, that most couples never even see, let alone survive. 6 stages that quietly decide whether a marriage thrives or crumbles. Each stage has its own lessons, its own dangers, and its own rewards. If you know them, you can anticipate the storms, navigate the challenges, and truly grow together. You can see the path ahead, even when it feels dark, even when it feels impossible. But if you don't, if you ignore them or stumble blindly, you may never make it. You may never truly understand what it takes to endure, to thrive, to evolve together. Marriage is more than vows, more than rings, more than fleeting passion. It is the raw, unfiltered journey of 2 souls learning, struggling, and growing together, one stage at a time. Welcome to the Cypher Phantom, the place where we strip life down to its raw, unfiltered truths. No sugarcoating, no illusions, no distractions. Here, we don't just talk about life, we confront it. We dissect it. We expose it. And today, we're diving into one of the most misunderstood journeys of all, marriage. Not the Instagram perfect photos, not the fairy tale smiles, not the cliches you've been fed your entire life. We're exploring the 6 stages of marriage, the hidden phases that most couples never even recognize, let alone survive. Each stage is a test. Each stage will challenge you, expose your deepest fears, push you to confront yourself and the person you've chosen to share your life with. Some stages are blissful, intoxicating, moments of pure connection and joy. Others are brutal, uncomfortable, even painful. Some are fleeting, like whispers of time that pass before you even notice them. Others are defining, the moments that shape the rest of your life, that determine the fate of your bond. So if you're ready, really ready, lean in. Because what you're about to hear is not just information. It's a revelation, a lens through which you will begin to see love, not as a story, but as a journey, a test, and a transformation. This is going to change how you understand marriage forever. Chapter 1: The Honeymoon. The first stage of marriage is intoxicating. It's a rush unlike anything you've ever felt. Everything is new. Everything sparkles. Everything is thrilling. You feel alive, truly alive. Seen, desired, needed. There's a sense that nothing in the world could touch you, because right now, you have each other. The world shrinks down to just the 2 of you. Your focus, your joy, your very heartbeat revolves around each other. There is no past, no mistakes, no regrets. There is no future, no fear of what tomorrow might bring. Only now, only this moment, only the magic of being together. But bliss, as intoxicating as it is fragile. It is delicate, temporary, fleeting. The first cracks begin to appear quietly, almost imperceptibly. A missed word, a small misunderstanding, a subtle difference in perspective. Invisible at first, unnoticed, easily brushed aside. Yet these cracks are warnings. Signals of reality quietly creeping back into your perfect world. And if you're not careful, if you ignore them, if you rely only on passion, reality will hit harder than you ever imagined. The sweetness of the honeymoon will fade, and the real work begins. Because this stage, this intoxicating, beautiful stage, is not about perfection. It is about discovery. It is the first test of how 2 souls will navigate life together. And only by truly appreciating it, while preparing for what comes next, can you survive the journey ahead. Chapter 2: The Power Struggle. Then comes the struggle, the stage no one warns you about. The stage that feels like a shock, like a storm breaking through the calm. Here, love alone is no longer enough. The magic of the honeymoon fades, and suddenly, reality steps in. Differences emerge. Opinions clash. The way you see the world collides violently with the way your partner sees it. You begin to notice the things you once overlooked, the habits, the quirks, the flaws. And they notice yours. What was once charming now irritates. What was once unnoticed now stands in stark relief. It is uncomfortable, exhausting, sometimes painful. The late-night arguments, the silent frustrations, the quiet disappointments that weigh heavy on the heart. You may ask yourself, is this what love is supposed to feel like? And the truth is, it is. This stage is not a mistake. It is not a sign that you chose wrong. It is necessary. Because without struggle, there is no growth. Without challenge, the bond never deepens. Without friction, the fire never strengthens. Marriage, at this stage, is a test of patience, a test of empathy, a test of commitment. It either makes you stronger or it breaks you. And the difference lies in awareness, in how you navigate the tension, how you communicate, how you refuse to let pride win. This is the stage where couples either sink into resentment or rise together, stronger, more resilient, more real than ever before. This is the stage that separates the temporary love from the lasting partnership. The stage that defines whether your marriage will endure or collapse under its own weight. Chapter 3, the stability stage. When the storms finally calm, stability arrives. The intense highs and crushing lows of the earlier stages give way to something quieter, more grounded. Life becomes predictable, routine, comfortable, familiar. You begin to find a rhythm together, subtle, steady, almost effortless. There's a sense of security in this stage, a relief after the chaos of struggle. But comfort, as soothing as it feels, can be dangerous. Because when everything seems easy, it lulls you into a false sense of security. Complacency creeps in quietly, like a shadow at dusk. The fire that once burned bright begins to dim. Moments of passion become fewer. The excitement of discovery fades. Some start to mistake this comfort for love, and that is the trap. Because love is not just comfort. Love is alive. It is not a static state. It is dynamic, demanding, evolving. It asks for attention, effort, and awareness, even when everything seems fine. It is a force that needs to be tended to, like a flame that can burn or flicker out if ignored. This stage is a choice point. It is where many couples either settle into a comfortable companionship or awaken to the realization that love requires more than routine. That love is not just shared space or quiet nights. It is presence. It is intention. It is the ongoing act of choosing each other, day after day, moment by moment. Stability is a blessing, but only if it does not become stagnation. Only if it does not make you forget that love, true love, is alive, vibrant, and never guaranteed. Chapter 4, the commitment stage. Here, love becomes a choice. Not the automatic, effortless love of the honeymoon. Not the reactive, fiery love of the early struggles. This is deliberate, conscious, intentional. You see the flaws, the habits, the imperfections, the little things that once frustrated or annoyed you. And still, you choose them. You choose them every day, every moment, every decision, every word, every action, every compromise is a reaffirmation of that choice. Because love without choice is fragile. It can shatter under pressure. It can fade with distraction. It can be replaced by convenience. But commitment endures. It is the backbone of a lasting marriage. Quiet, invisible, uncelebrated by the outside world. Yet stronger than passion, stronger than desire, stronger than fleeting excitement. This stage is not easy. It asks for courage, for patience, for forgiveness. It demands that you look past yourself, past pride, past resentment, and choose your partner again, even when it's inconvenient, even when it hurts, even when it feels ordinary. Yet it is in this stage that marriage becomes real. It is no longer about magic or luck. It is about conscious partnership, about two people committing, not because they are perfect, not because it is easy, but because they see value in what they are building together. Commitment is quiet, invisible to the untrained eye, but it is the force that binds a marriage when passion fades, when routine sets in, when life tests you in ways you never expected. It is the bridge between survival and true partnership. And for those who embrace it, it is everything. Chapter 5, the co-creation stage. Few couples ever reach this stage. It is rare, elusive, reserved for those who have endured the trials, survived the struggles, and committed fully to the journey of partnership. Here, marriage is no longer about survival, no longer about avoiding conflict or merely staying together through the storms. It is about creation, about building something greater than either of you could create alone. Shared dreams emerge. Shared goals become aligned. Shared vision shapes your every decision. You begin to see the life you want, not as individuals, but as a unified force. You become true partners, not just in name, not just in habit, but in purpose, in spirit, in action. Two lives intertwined, two hearts aligned, two minds working toward the same horizon, constantly supporting, elevating, and challenging each other. It is powerful. It is fulfilling. It is transformative. This is the stage where marriage transcends routine, comfort, and even passion. It becomes a creative force, a partnership that inspires growth in both people. It is where you realize that love is not just about receiving. It is about giving. Giving your energy, your attention, your dreams, and your life to something bigger than yourself. This is what marriage can be at its best. A union that doesn't just survive, but flourishes. A partnership that doesn't just exist, but creates. Chapter 6. The Conscious Partnership. The final stage is awareness itself. It is the stage that few ever reach. The stage that transforms a marriage from ordinary to sacred. Here, love is no longer automatic. It is no longer effortless or assumed. It becomes intentional. Every word, every touch, every act is deliberate. Every choice is made with awareness, with purpose, with the understanding that your actions ripple through your partner's life and through your shared life together. At this stage, you respond rather than react. You pause before you speak, before you judge, before you act. You see your partner fully, not just their strengths, but their flaws, fears, and vulnerabilities. You listen without judgment. Truly listen. You forgive without keeping score. You understand that resentment, blame, and grudges are luxuries that a conscious partnership cannot afford. This stage is rare. Most couples never reach it. Most marriages end before love evolves into awareness. But for those who do, this is where marriage becomes sacred, where two people grow together, evolve together, and thrive together without drifting apart. It is where connection deepens beyond words, beyond routine, beyond passion alone. Here, love is not passive. It is alive. It is deliberate. It is a daily choice to honor, respect, and uplift one another. This is the stage where two souls learn to move as one, not in submission, not in dependency, but in conscious harmony, where a marriage no longer just exists. It flourishes. It inspires. It becomes a force greater than either individual, yet deeply rooted in both. This is the pinnacle of the journey. The conscious partnership, the stage where love, intention, and awareness unite. Here, you discover that marriage is not just about surviving together. It is about evolving together. Forever. Most marriages fail, not because love disappears, not because passion fades, or moments of joy vanish. No, most marriages fail because awareness disappears, because couples forget to see clearly, to feel deeply, to act intentionally. They expect magic, fairy tale perfection, endless bliss, without doing the work. Without understanding that love, real love, is not given. It is created, nurtured, and chosen every single day. But here is the truth. If you recognize the stage you are in, if you see the path unfolding before you, the challenges, the lessons, the opportunities, you stop reacting blindly. You stop letting old patterns, pride, or fear dictate your actions. And instead, you begin to respond consciously, deliberately, intentionally, with awareness and purpose. Marriage is not a destination. It is not a finish line you cross and suddenly arrive. It is a path, a practice, a daily commitment to presence, understanding, and growth. It asks for patience, for courage, for humility, and for those who walk it fully, who embrace the journey. They discover something far greater than fleeting passion, far deeper than love alone. They discover partnership, a bond rooted in choice, commitment, and conscious connection, a union that can endure, evolve, and flourish through every stage, every trial, every triumph. Marriage, at its highest, is not just about being together. It is about growing together, creating together, becoming stronger, wiser, better together. And when you reach that place, when awareness and love meet, you find something sacred, rare, and unshakable. You find the true meaning of partnership. If this resonated with you, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Share this with someone you love, someone who needs to hear the truth about marriage. And comment below, which stage are you in right now? The truth is waiting. You just have to see it.